book and wax friends. It's Amber. Welcome to my channel and to my TBR book prompts for the month of December. So happy to be able to be in the month where I can read cozy, magical, Christmassy type books. So I have put new books on my TBR bookcase and I'm excited to pick them. So I am going to spin the wheel, and I decided that for my TBR, for my wheel, I'm doing between 5 and 10. I figured that was a good balance of books. And then if I get a low number, I'll just mood read probably, which I do anyway, even with the TBR each month. I usually end up mood reading like in between the ones I have to do, you know? So let's spin. Let me get it to record first and then we will spin. So I will put the actual spinning up for you guys. So let's start this and go. Okay, let's see what we get. We got 5, speaking of 5, so I will be able to do a lot of mood reading with this amount. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into it. As I've said last month, if you were around for my last month's TBR, I have prompts in here along with titles. I figured the prompts would be fun, kind of change things up a little bit. So I have both titles that are on the TBR bookshelf and then also prompts. So let's jump into it. So we have 5 books to pick and let's go. So it is full. I don't need to replenish with prompts yet. Okay, so let's see our first one. Okay. Set outside North America. I feel like this one probably won't be very hard because technically fantasy books aren't set in our world anyway. So I don't know if I should go ahead and, do that or not, or like they need to be set in the real world. I probably should make it so it's set in the real world, but just outside of the US. So let's see. Okay, I think this one takes place in like Ireland. So this is the Christmas bookshop. Maybe. It doesn't say. I thought it did. Oh yeah, this takes place in Scotland. So that's an option. Let's see what else. No, Little Women is not. I think the Delegate, Dream Department Store. Is this a real place? Is set in a real place? I don't think so. I think that's all fantasy. Little Women does take place in the US. Kingdom of Sweets. This, I think this is full-on fantasy. I'm pretty sure it's not historical fantasy. I think it's just full-on fantasy. So we're going to say no to that one. The Afterlife of Holly Chase. Let's see. This one might be. Okay, so this one I think takes place in England because that's where Christmas Carol does take place. Speaking of which, I do have a Christmas Carol. So that one is also an option, as well as Mr. Dickens and his Carol. Okay. So I'm gonna stop there because all of these I think are good choices. Okay, so the Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan. This does take place in Scotland. That is an option. I think this is the Afterlife of Holly Chase. It may be in a fantasy world, but I feel like it's probably in England. It doesn't specify, but it is like a reimagining of A Christmas Carol. I think I'm going to pass on this one though. And then we have A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens and a book, historical fiction, based on Charles Dickens and how he came to write A Christmas Carol. I think I am going to actually go with A Christmas Carol because I've been wanting to actually read this book for many, many years now. And I'm finally getting around to it. I've watched multiple movie versions of A Christmas Carol, but I've never actually read the classic book. So I think I'm going to go with that one. Okay, one down. Let's see what my next one is. Oh, that worked out really well. Mr. Dickens and his Carol. Okay, I'm glad I didn't choose that for my last prompt. So that works out perfectly. So I'm going to read A Christmas Carol and I'm going to read Mr. Dickens and his Carol. So that is perfect. Love it. Okay, so that's number 2. Let's do our next one. Okay. What do we got? All right, we're getting another title, The Afterlife of Holly Chase. It's so funny because these are all the ones that I was like picking for the first prompt. All right. And then we have, all right, let's see what we got. Okay, written in third person. That one will probably be pretty easy to do. It depends, but written in third person. I really want to read, so I really want to read Spectacular. I've been trying to be patient and wait till December to read it. Let's see, how about Howl's Moving Castle? Yeah, Howl's Moving Castle is written in third person. I've wanted to read that one for a long time. Let's see, what do we got down here? Let's A December to Remember. This is about 3 sisters, and I'll talk about the synopsises more later. Okay, this is third person, and I think that's probably good. I am going to go with, I have to do it. I have to do Spectacular. I've been very patient waiting the last 2 months to read this. So this is a holiday novella following the Caraval series by Stephanie Garber. I've been patiently waiting for December. So I'm going to do this one. So Spectacular. That has to be it. It just has to be. So that will be my written in third person book. So that is 4 books, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Number 5. And I promise I'm not looking. All right. Oh, okay. A December to Remember. That's so funny. Out of all the prompts that I put in here, I got mostly the titles. So A December to Remember by Jenny Bayliss. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so let us go over my official TBR for the month, and this leaves me a lot of room for mood reading for sure. So we have A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, classic book, written, this was for the prompt, set outside North America. So not even the US, I just realized, North America. So set outside North America, it's set in England. Then we have Mr. Dickens and his Carol, which is a historical fiction. Oh, and I didn't even read the synopsis. Everyone knows about A Christmas Carol, right? It's about Ebenezer Scrooge. He is a miser and all he cares about is money. 3 ghosts visit him on Christmas Eve, and it's about him changing. So this is a historical fiction about Charles Dickens writing A Christmas Carol, and it is by Samantha Silva. Then we have another title pick, The Afterlife of Holly Chase, which again is a book based on, it's a reimagining of A Christmas Carol. This is by Cynthia Hand, who wrote or was one of the authors of My Lady Jane. If you've read that or seen the, I think it was an Amazon series that came out based on the book. I'm pretty sure it was Amazon. So this, it says, on Christmas Eve 5 years ago, Holly was visited by 3 ghosts who showed her how selfish and spoiled she'd become. They tried to convince her to mend her ways. She didn't. And then she died. Now she's stuck working for the, I did not bring my glasses. Oh, for the top secret company, Project Scrooge, on the latest ghosts of Christmas past. So this looks like it'll be fun. So I wonder if it's similar to the holiday movie that came out a couple years ago with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. I think that was called Spirited. That was super cute. That was a really cute holiday movie. It kind of feels similar a little bit, not the same. It seems like it'll be fun. That's all I know. Okay, next was the prompt for written in third person. I had to go with Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. This is a novella following the Caraval trilogy, and just, I know I've shared it before, but just look how pretty this is. Look at the gold foiling on the cover, on the naked hardback. I love it. So I'm excited. I'm crossing my fingers that some characters from her follow-up series, Once Upon a Broken Heart, do make it into this book. I hope. I really, really hope that we see some of them. We'll see. But I'm very excited to read that one for sure. And then the last one was also a title pick, and it is A December to Remember by Jenny Bayliss. And this is about 3 sisters, or 3 half-sisters, I think. Wildly different half-sisters Maggie, Simone, and Star have hardly seen one another since their sprightly summers at Rowan Thorpe, their eccentric father Augustus's home. Known for his bustling approach to the knick-knack shop he ran, Augustus was loved by all and known by none, not even his daughters. Now, years later, the 3 estranged women are called upon for the reading of Augustus's will, and quickly realize he's orchestrated a series of hoops through which they must jump to unlock their inheritance. The last thing any of them want to do. But Maggie and Star desperately need the money, and who would Simone be to resist? So through hilarious goose chases, small town mishaps, and one heartwarming winter solstice celebration, love is in the air if only the 3 sisters can let themselves grasp it. So it seems like it will be a very sweet women's lit type of book. And yeah, that looks like it'll be warm and cozy and heartfelt for sure. So that is it. That is my list of books for my TBR for December. So this will leave me a lot of room to get to some mood reading, because I'm sure I will grab some of these others books too, because there are still quite a few of them that I want to get to for December. So that's it. Tell me what you plan on reading for the month of December. Are you a I have to read Christmas books type of person? Or are you someone that you are just a mood reader? You'll read whatever. It doesn't have to be like themed to the season or the holiday or whatever. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.